Hello everybody, this is my oak fusion project. Some of you will recognise it. Still hasn't achieved full fusion yet, and sadly the top seems to have died off completely here, which is a bit sad, but never mind. I had lots of growth from low down, which we will lose. And let's give you a quick 360. It's still has some interesting and some promise to it. So I'm not going to repot this tree. It was only repotted last spring, but I am going to, as I say, lose some of these lower growths. They have caused the base to fatten up significantly, but they're not really going to aid too much to the fusion. So I'm going to use my root pruning cutters, because I'm liable to catch a bit of grit on some of these lower pieces as I cut them away. And what it's sat on that's making it wobble, but it is something's making it wobble. Anyway, so let's just start by removing these low pieces that aren't actually contributing. One thing I note is, don't know how well you can see that, is that the oak buds are busting nicely at the moment, and the ash aren't. So we have a saying, oak before ash, you're in for a splash. Ash before oak, you're in for a soak, meaning that you're going to have a dry spring and early summer if the oaks come out first, and a wet cold one if the oaks come out first. So that's promising, because this looks like the oak could be out first, so we could have a nice, reasonably nice spring and early summer at least, even if we are on lockdown. So I'm going to remove that. I have two pieces coming out at the same point here, and another piece here, which I prefer to keep. So I'm going to lose this one that's sticking out at the front along with this dead piece. I'm going to upgrade to my better cutters for this. Okay, I don't mind a few gnarled old scars on an oak. This branch I'm going to keep, but it's very long and straight for the time being, so I'm going to shorten that back to there. And this branch is very, well, let's stay with these two. I have two, one above the other. I'm going to lose the one that's the highest. I'm doing as close back to the trunk as I can, and I'm going to shorten this like so. This piece is also interfering with this piece, so I'm going to lose that, and I have a dead piece to get rid of just there. I'm going to lose this one coming up, right, or no, I'm going to shorten that one to an outward facing bud just there, and I'm going to lose that piece. I have this very odd, strange looking piece that's just sort of doing very little. So I'm going to just cut that off. Dead piece there and there. Shorten that piece back to a bud. Tiny little thin piece there that's not really much help to anybody for anything. So I'm going to try and get in there with my scissors. and just take that out. Just quickly tidy that up. A number of dead bits here, so we'll lose those. I'm just going to shorten that. Okay, what can you see? Yeah, this entire piece here is dyed back completely, so I'm going to just remove that, and it's gone. And that bit's gone as well. Bit of a shame, because I like the shape of that top, but dead is dead. Okay, so just get rid of a few of those bits, shorten that back just slightly, and then this will have to become my new leader. There's a dead piece there, shorten that piece back. And I think I'll have to put a piece of wire on that, and that will become my new leader. Let's find a piece of wire. And I'll just anchor it behind this branch, like so. And this piece of wire is actually slightly oversized for the job I'm doing, but I can get some movement and some bend in this tree and leave it for a little while without worrying too much. Once I can get it to set, to stay, without having to worry too much about it biting in. Okay, that's better. A bit fiddly, but we got there. So I'm going to take the top out, back to cluster of buds, back to a single bud just there, and then I have to decide what I'm going to do with this ugly piece here. This piece can be wired out of the way. A couple of buds. I have a nice fat juicy bud just there that I might be able to make use of, so I'm going to shorten this. So, okay, another piece of wire. For those of you that have been asking about Cooper, there he is in one of his favourite spots on the lounger, having a kip. Poor Cooper. It's all been very hard work for him today. Okay, again, this piece of wire is slightly thicker than needed, but I'm going to try and move two branches in one, and so I'm going to bring that around and out like so, and this piece I'm just going to move slightly horizontally whilst putting a little bit of bend into the straight piece. That's better. Okay, so chop that end off and that end off. Still not sure about this piece, but I can always come off at a later date once this whole section is fused together. I could cut it off at this point where my finger is, which will aid considerably with the taper, or leave it and it becomes another part of the crown. I'm just going to remove that end bud there, like so. Well, I think I'd like to bring this piece around also, so let's see, I can anchor this piece of wire like so. That's better. Okay, so we'll give you a quick 360 degrees. At the moment, this would be the perceived front. I need to do something about that also, don't I? And also that. I'm going to lose that piece that's coming up and towards the viewer slightly. And I'm going to throw a piece of wire on that straight piece there. So anchor around the back of the trunk. I've said many times I will never win prizes for my wiring. They are very down and dirty. They get the job done, but if you put them out in front of a judge at a bonsai show, they'd likely have apoplexy. Okay, that piece I would prefer if I could get some more movement in, but I think I haven't got a gauge of wire really thick enough to do that. And if I can get it to back bud here, come out in that direction, it could be chopped there, or I could chop it there at a later date anyway. So another quick 360 now that I've dealt with that branch. And as always, I see something else I missed the first time round. A couple of little knobbly bits there. Shorten that back a little bit further, and there we go. Bob's your Aunt Fanny, my fusion oak bonsai. Thank you all for watching in these strange times. Please, please, please do take care of yourselves.